So I'm adding 2 new features to my content. The first one is buy me a coffin, and you will see them in the videos as we go along. And the other one is my Cash App. Now, to subscribe to the channel is free, but buy me a coffee and the Cash Apps are dealing with cash. If you're interested in it, I'm going to insert these in the description and along the videos as we go along. I appreciate all the new subscribers, and remember that subscribing, punching the button subscribe is free. But the other two, Buy Me a Coffee and Cash App, as I said before, are not. That's if you're interested in doing so. So you're looking at the shorts and the vest. Take the time, if you like my content or content like this, to subscribe to the channel. Love to have you. Join the family. It's lots of fun. And thanks for watching. Sit back and relax and enjoy the video. Patterns that we can look at for the fall. This looks nice for a pair of shorts in faux leather or corduroy or even suede with a vest. And with this pattern, you have pants as an option too. And this is Butterick 6901. So this is the other pattern that I was talking about making for the fall. That's Butterick 6901, the vest and the shorts. Now what you're looking at is Butterick B6901 and it's Lisette pattern, and I sewed view C, the shorts, as you can see. The shorts has pockets, the front pleat, the hem, I serged it and just sewed on top. Here is your other pocket, top stitched, and the second front pleat. This second front pleat, that completes that. And I'm also sewing view A, which is the vest for this project. This is how the guide is looking for 6901, the shorts. This pattern had a zipper to be put in place, side zipper. It didn't have a waistband per se. This is just, it is the waistband or facing sewed on to the top of the pants and folded over. And of course, this is how the pockets are placed in. And because of the side zipper, certain things had to be put in place for that. All in all, it was an easy project to complete. But the pattern was rated an average pattern. So let's move on to the vest. With these colors just laid out like that, the corduroys, this one is a beautiful, vibrant color. Now, this is a much lighter cord. So I'm trying to see which one I will choose to make the shorts and this. The jacket, the vest is going with the cords. So I think either one of the two would pair good, but I believe that I would choose this color here for the shorts to go along with the vest, and this will be for the jumper. What do you think? What would you do? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you. Beautiful Corduroy, and I'm just in love with this beautiful vibrant color for the vest. Oh, forgot to show you that vest that I just showed you has a lining. The lining has been completed up until this portion here. And it has a little split there. And I believe a belt loops on the outside of vest itself. So I'm going to start from where I stopped and complete this project. So some time ago I had started working on this pattern a while back. Never completed it. So what you're looking at here is the front portion of the vest. The buttonholes will go along this edge here. Never completed it, cut it out, started working on it, and somewhere down the line, just lost interest in it. This is the back portion. But this fall, this is what I'm going to work on. This is the back. And this is the front part of the vest. So here you have this dot going down the back. And there's two sections to the back. Just got to work it out and sew it up. It's already cut and prepped. Over halfway. So let's take a deep dive into the sewing guide. Step 18 says to pin your lining to the outer garment, and you have to sew it around the front edges, lower edges, and around the collar area down to the bottom and the back edges, leaving the sides, both sides, all sides, front and back sides open, but you sewed, they asked to sew the armholes. That's okay. So the next step is to turn right side out. So you're going to have to pull the two fronts through one shoulder and out one side or back, looking like this. Then step 20 asks you to understitch here. Then step 21 goes from understitching to closing your size. And this is how it's looking. It says starting 2 inches above armhole. So I didn't know whether it was on the right side or wrong side because the instruction doesn't say on the right side of the garment to start 2 inches above armhole seam. So you have to look at the picture and try to decipher what they're saying, because it's very, very tricky. Not tricky, but it's hard to understand. Step 21 could have been in more detail. They jump from understitching, and you know you understitch on the right side. So I took it from there. And looked at the picture. This shows that the garment is on the right side. This is the wrong side. And look what they are asking you to do. Start 2 inches above armhole seam and ending 2 inches below seam at lower edge. Stitch back to front at sides and lining edges together in one continuous seam as shown. Now, how is this garment positioned was my first thought. They don't even show that. And that's a big missing piece. So I had to fool around with the garment, looking at the pictures, and tried to decipher what they were saying. To me, this was a hard step. It seemed like it could have been more details or more instructions guiding you in step 21. But I eventually figured it out, and I'll show you how. With seam matching, you're gonna start your stitching or your seam line 2 inches above your seam armhole seam line. So you're going up 2 inches. I'm gonna clip, and then you're gonna match your seams, clipping, as you go, creating your seam line. Just like a normal seam. And you're going 2 inches below this seam line. Gets a little tight. And that is about my 2-inch mark right there. So I'm gonna clip. Making sure those seams are matched. This down a little. Put some more clips in. So you're sewing your seam line, underarm seam hole from 2 inches up to 2 inches down past your arms whole seam line. And this is how it's gonna look when you turn it in, when that's all done. All your top portion is completed, and you slip stitch the hole in the side, looking like that. I thought that was a bit complicated because I couldn't tell what angle the vest was lying in, if it was front to back or what. But like I said, I finally got it, and that's how I did it. It gets a little tight with sewing, but just take your time, and it comes out the way that they say. And you turn in your seam, your line and seam line, and slip stitch that hole together. So now we can ready to slip stitch the seam, the inner seam, which is step 22. We're closing up that hole we left to turn over our vest. So to do this, I already trimmed the seam in the inside and ironed it flat. Make sure your seam allowance is all the way down so you fold it in and you slip stitch this together. We're gonna need some thread and a needle. I chose this thread because it's the closest to it. I do not use these bobbins in my machine.